Hey guys, we're here again. Right now we're focusing on passing, being on the top, and right now we're focusing on passing the basic open guard position. Again, the main idea is when you are on the top, your job is to maneuver past the legs, attach yourself to the upper body in some way from the waist to the top of the head. It could be to pin them, it could be to attach to their limbs, their arms, their neck, and find submission attacks. But that's our most effective system, always avoiding the strongest and most effective asset that they have, which is the power of their legs. So, we're again going to have a look at the basic open guard. And again, when we present in this posture, most of the time, there's not going to be much gripping opportunity of my arms, or my head, or my upper body. Because what I'm allowing right now is my legs. My legs are close enough for him to grip, and because of that, that's where he's going to look at attaching himself and finding attacking options off of that. Again, there's two basic ways they're going to start in gripping you from this scenario, which is they make a hooking grip at the back of your calf, Achilles, or heel. And in this scenario, this only effectively works as a pulling grip, which makes it easier for us to remove the grip. Every time I go to remove the grip, I lean all my weight in one side, and I take the weight off this leg so I can remove it. And when I move that leg, I can reposition my body and take away that grip. Now if I need to remove the other one, exactly the same idea. I lean into my opposite leg and I move this foot to reposition my leg and take away the grip. Sometimes they're going to hold instead on the fabric of the pants. And this is a little more difficult. The reason being is I can't push or pull. He has a more versatile grip that's effective in pushing and pulling. So what I need to do is physically remove that control from my pants. The best thing to focus on first is always your balance. If you fall over, you're not going to achieve your goal. So I'm going to hold the fabric of the collar or the belt or somewhere on his body so I don't fall straight away. And now I move immediately to the wrist and hand and pull the arm in the direction of the knuckles. And then again transfer to the other hand doing the same thing. Once the grips are gone, I'm able to move. Now we're again going to have a look at this movement that's called a stack. And we're going to use a basic C grip movement on their calf and ankles here to again compress their lower back and spine and take all the power out of their legs. If that spine's nice and straight and connected and in a good alignment, they're going to have lots of power in their legs where I can't move and I can't protect myself against his attacks. But if I'm able to use my body weight to shove, his lower back into that weak position, I can now lean on it in that weak position and use this to help pass. This time we're actually going to use this scenario to transition to a back take, okay? So, we're here like this, we've removed the control. Again, the first thing we're going to do is step slightly over the hip line with our body weight, so our waist coming over their waist, and I drive my hips forward. This is what's super important. The moment I drive my hips forward, I make my C grip on his calf and ankles here, and I lean into that space. Now what I'm going to do is look to expose the space underneath his hip here, one of my legs. The way I do that is I'm going to step with my shin on top of his hamstring here, and I'm going to transfer my hand in this direction. And I'm going to grip the back of the pants. This is really important, okay, to note it's gripping the pants here or the fabric of the gi. Now what I need to do with this back leg is actually insert it underneath his hip, because this is going to act as a hook in a moment. And the way I do that is I actually have to catapult my own body underneath his hip here like this. Now, the problem is if I'm loose or I land in a position that's too shallow, I won't be able to control his hip. So what I'm aiming to do is as I catapult my body, I face both knees up to the sky, and now he's effectively on top of my body while I squeeze my thighs together and control his hip here. Now, what I need to do is position myself for the back. I'm going to pummel my leg on the inside of his leg here. So again, it was on the outside, I pummel my leg, and it's important my leg's above the knee joint to have control over his hip. And now that I'm here, I'm going to start pushing my leg down into the mat. At the same time, my hand that was free now, but it's not holding the leg, transitions to his upper body. Once I have his upper body, I start aligning everything, and now I'm in the back scenario and I'm ready to choke him from the back control.